Hello, I'm your spiritual transformational and life purpose life coach, Latricia Booker, here with Kingdom Business. Where we are empowered, where we here, we get delivered, and we get free. We know who we are. We elevate our minds and our spirits and raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine purpose and power. And that is the truth of who God has created us to be. Kingdom people. We are. We are history makers. We are world changers. We are dream successors. We are wealth generators. We are manifestors. We are curse breakers. And we most definitely are transformers. More than meets the eye. Yeah, kingdom people. We are. Thank you so much, kingdom people, for viewing my videos. Thank you for the likes, the subscribes, the shares, for all of the financial contributions to my channel, all the seeds that you sow into me in my ministry. Thank you for all of your emails and for the comments. And thank you for everything you do to contribute here on Kingdom Business. Thank you, kingdom people. I really do appreciate you all so very much. Thank you. And so, you already know what I'm here to do. And if you don't know, now you know. I am here to drop this, beat this, word this, message. Yeah. Kingdom people, I am the chain breaker. Are y'all ready to break some chains? Let's go. They thought you were making up the truth, and they know it's the truth. They thought you were making up the truth, and they know it was the truth. Now listen to this, kingdom people. Originally, this is what was given to me, what God gave to me. They think you are making up the truth, and they know it's the truth. That's what he originally gave me. But then he said past tense. So they thought you were making up the truth, and they know it was the truth. So first of all, the reason why God said past tense is because he's saying, regardless of what is going on, what people was doing, even what's happening now, he's saying we're leaving those things in the past. We're going to speak of those things as past tense if they have to be spoken of, even if they're happening. And I'm hearing leaving those things that are behind and pressing forward towards the mark of the high calling of Jesus Christ. So God is saying, let those things go. Leave them behind you. We're putting those things behind us that don't serve us. Again, even if it's happening, we have to look at them in the past tense. Also, I'm going to say this, and I might have to keep saying this for a little while, because it's so important for us to hear what God is saying. Let him show us what he's showing us so we can know, so we can be aware, but then let it go and move on. You don't want to dwell on things, and what I mean of is in a negative sense. Things that may have happened, things that those ones may be doing that are not cool, specifically when God is making you aware. Now, we can ignore a whole lot, and we do. As kingdom people, we ignore a whole lot. However, we have to be aware of what is going on as far as what God is showing us people's intentions are. What their hidden agendas and their motives are. What they're trying to do with us and towards us. So we can be aware to just not so much fall into their traps. Yeah, that too. But I believe many of us are so past falling into the traps of the enemies, because many of these ones, we already know who they are and what they are. So we wouldn't. However, God still lets us know what's going on behind the scenes. And so when he makes you aware, and even if you're watching someone, if you're watching me and I'm sharing something, like that, I'm dropping a beat that pertains to something like that, or anyone else for that matter, or even if God himself is showing you something, you don't want to dwell on it. You want to see what he's showing you and move on. Just know, but don't hang out in there. Don't constantly be thinking about it. Let it go. He's only showing you to make you aware. And God will consistently make you aware, because he's always putting you up on what's happening. What's what your enemies are attempting to do with you, whether you speak about it or not. Many a times we don't say what we know. We just know and keep it moving. So I'm saying that all to just say, he's saying, from here going forth, you may hear me speak of these things as past tense, because we're putting those things behind us, even if we have to be made aware of what's happening. But we're going to keep it in the past tense, because we're moving on. We're moving forward. We know, and we keep it moving. Okay, kingdom people? Okay. So again, they thought you were making up the truth. And they know it was the truth. What am I talking about? Kingdom people. You can be speaking some things. You could just be walking in your own knowing. I want to say your own truth, but your truth is the truth of God, the truth of who God called you to be, the truth of what he's moving you to do. You could be speaking on that, or maybe not. You can just maybe be walking in that. And people, them ones, will try to say you're making all that up. And you don't even have to say nothing. Now, again, if you're speaking on it, or if they're watching you in some kind of a way to see what you're doing, and they may be getting wind of something, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're moving in, whatever you even, like I said, speak on, that is the truth. They will sometimes try to say you're making it up, and all along they know it's the truth. Many a times, people, I know this probably sounds a little goofy, but it's a real thing. Now, again, here it is. Take it for what it is, if this be for you, and let it go. Just be aware, like, okay, just take note. Take note. Okay, can people just take note? You may even speak on, in some way, shape, or form, something that's going on with their concern, even what they may have attempted to be doing with you, their intentions towards you, whether it's to them personally or however it's done. They will know it's the truth. First of all, they know it's the truth because they too know what they're doing. But they will act like you making it up, even though they know it's the truth. Kingdom people, they will think or act like you making it up, when all along this is what's happening, and they know it. Whether it be about them and whatever it is that you speak on where they're concerned. Because sometimes, as we already know, there are some people we had to move around, and certain ones we've had to speak on things and state, maybe even have a conversation or a discussion about how, something that went down and how you feel about it and your disposition in it. And what I'm saying is, these people will act like you're making it up. All along, it's the truth. And sometimes they trick themselves into thinking you making it up. But all along, they know it's the truth. Now, what I'm hearing literally is gaslighting. So that's a form of gaslighting. That's a form of gaslighting, meaning, like, acting like what you saying ain't so. Like want you to think you losing your mind. They want you to question your reality. They want you to question what you seen, heard, experienced, whatever. And I keep hearing gaslighting, because that's what gaslighting is. But the thing, kingdom people, is what I'm getting in all of this is, I'm hearing their minds are contorted. That's what I'm hearing. Their minds are contorted, distorted, and contorted is what I'm hearing. They'll twist the truth, and then maybe even twist the truth, and then start to believe the lie, because that's what it is, even though they know it's the truth, and act like, I don't know what you're talking about. And like I said, even if it is not necessarily something they're doing, you can be speaking the truth of God's word. Just a universal truth, just the truth. of what it is. May not have nothing to do with them. However, it is a truth. And these ones will act like you're making it up all along. They know this is the truth. And I'm here and know the truth, and you will be made free. So what I'm gathering is these ones don't want to know the truth, even though they know that's what it is, because they don't want to be free. And I just heard, and they don't want you to be free either. But listen, kingdom people, I'm going to give you what God gave me. The scriptures. 1 John 4 and 6. We are from God, and whoever knows God listens to us. But whoever is not from God does not listen to us. This is how we recognize the spirit of truth and the spirit of falsehood. You heard that, kingdom people? So these ones that's doing that, knowing it's the truth, but trying to say, ooh, no, but all along, knowing it's the truth, trying to make it seem like you made it up. What that is they're identifying their falsehood. They're identifying that they're not of us, that they're not of God. Because they don't want to hear what, kingdom people? You said it right. The truth. They don't want to hear the truth. So that's why they act like you're making it up. All along, they know it's the truth. Because we from God. And we listen to God and those of God. And those who don't want to hear from God or from us and the truth, it says, this is how we recognize the spirit of truth and the spirit of falsehood. So when they doing all that, and I'm hearing just like even the ones that want to go against whatever you're speaking or saying or even living, that is the truth. You could just be walking out your life with God and not saying nothing to nobody, and they will act like you making, I don't even know, making it up. Making up God. I don't know. Making up your walk with God. It's just I'm hearing contorted and distorted. And I'm literally getting that some of you who have platforms, social, online platforms or whatever. Maybe you speak. Maybe you even have a YouTube channel or something of that nature. Whatever you may do, people watch you and battle with what you're saying because it's the truth. But they try to make it like you're making it up, and all along they know it's the truth. Because again, this is identifying the spirit of falsehood. When you don't want, and when you're not in agreement, and you try to say God's word is not true, or the truth of who, even God's people, because it's people of God that people say, they ain't, everything that comes from them, they say it ain't. I don't even want to go into this, but I just really heard them at the same time. They want to be you. They want what you got. But I'm not here for that, kingdom people. But that's what I just heard. Which goes back to, they know it's the truth. They want to, why would you want to be something and want to have that if it's a lie? It's identity, the spirit of falsehood. You don't want to acknowledge that it is the truth, but you want to bear the fruits of that truth that you see. Kingdom people, I'm going to keep on going. Exodus 20 and 16. You shall not give false testimony against your neighbor. Kingdom people, we don't do that. But what I had heard is that's what they do. They give false testimony against us. They lie on us. They say we don't know what we talking about. They say we frauds. And I'm just hearing all along that's what they are. And it's one thing that I learned about people like that. If you're going to be wicked, evil, and do whatever, you know how some people, they wicked, what they are, and that's just what it is. But those who behave one way in front of others, and behind the scenes they wicked and evil, and they hide that. It's the reason why people hide that. Because that's not how they want to present themselves. They don't want people to know the truth, which ties into why they want you to think, why they want to think you making it up. It's just all twisted. I'm hearing myself talking. I'm like, but what I was really saying is, what I really want to say is, when you giving false testimony against your neighbor and you know it, well, you have to know when you're lying on someone and making stuff up about them. And you're hiding the fact that that's what you're doing. That's distortion. You're distorted. And that's identifying falsehood. That means you're in the falsehood. And again, when you can't be of the truth, and this is what I want to say. When people do that, that's a clear indication that they know that that's not okay. Because again, some people, they just clowns. And they openly clowns. It's like, whatever. Everybody know they're a clown. They ain't had nothing. They ain't in the background being a clown. They in the background, in the front ground, all over the place being a clown. But when you a clown in secret, underhanded, trying to hide it, and want to present yourself as good to people, I'm just hearing that's the spirit of falsehood. And you know you're false. People like that know they're false. Because why would you hide it? And then that's why they thought you were making up the truth, and they know it was the truth. I have to literally look at that when I say it, because it's just so, when God gave me this, I was even like, what? That's how they be. That's what God just gave me. That's how they be. It's twisted, distorted, and I'm hearing a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Kingdom people, listen. I'm going to conclude that by saying it. Don't believe the hype. It's all a trick. A bunch of confusion. And you ain't confused. But they are. And what you are seeing in all that, because some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all see stuff, be like, what? Some things just don't add up, don't make sense, because it's not going to. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. They thought you were making up the truth, and they know it was the truth. That alone says what? But we're going to let it rest, kingdom people. I'm going to let that rest right there. They thought you were making up the truth, and they know it was the truth. Okay? Okay. Kingdom people. If you like this video and or if it resonates with you, please just go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also, click on that red subscribe button and subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. And click on that bell right next to that red subscribe button so that you can get notification every time I upload a new video. Something like this one, kingdom people. Something like this one. Also, if you are interested in any of the services that I presently offer, you can find all that information right down below in the description box. And kingdom people, if you want to be a blessing to me, go ahead and cash out me at cash.me/$L Booker1. That is cash.me/$ capital L, capital B, OOKER, and the number 1. When you go in there, the way you know it's me is you will see Dr. Latricia Booker. Okay? And you just have to make sure you have that 1 at the end. Otherwise, that's not me. So, yeah. If you would like to be a blessing to me by PayPal, paypal.me/Latricia Booker. Kingdom people, I appreciate you all so very much. And yeah, we are. We are history makers. We are world changers. We are dream successors. We are wealth generators. We are manifestors. We are curse breakers. And we most definitely are transformers more than meets the eye. Yeah, kingdom people, we are. I love you all. And with that being said, much love, light, and peace, and many blessings to you all. Kingdom people, that is my time. I must go now. Jesus girl, she's out. Peace.